Scalable skills are those skill sets you can acquire, deploy, and replicate with consistencies. Our actions change our perspectives change our actions, and our actions change our results. Welcome to A Balanced Cube. I'm your host, Coach Joe. On episode 11, we're discussing scalable skills and deliberate practice. Individually, they're powerful tools to move you forward. When combined, they become positive, lethal forces to elevate any actionable mission. Come on this journey where we discuss a balanced and harmonious life. On A Balanced Cube, we lean on our experiences to provide you with the practical applications, tools, advising, and coaching to help you fine-tune your talents. Our goals are to provide insights and actions to help our listeners unleash your inner power, creating harmony and balance that will inspire your life positively. Picture, if you will, a funnel. For the bottom end of your funnel to deliver its intended purpose, it must have the proper input at the top end. High performance-minded leaders understand that the quality and quantity of the input determines the output. So they're specific about the level of activity that feeds at the top end of the funnel. Instead of managing the end result of their actions, they double down on their input efforts, focusing specifically on the actions that produce the long-term results, gradually and specifically. I'm going to start by talking through a process we labeled self-discovery. Self-discovery is a solution-based activity that identifies the actions needed to move us towards the desired outcome or objective. That activity is either moving us forward or holding us in place. When we add clarity to the reasons for stagnation, we can identify and discuss the steps necessary to get us back on the right actions that move us forward. Our funnel of self-discovery, if you will, consists of 7 key inlets. We'll call these our actionable identities. Number 1, our daily managing activities. In other words, are we acting congruently with our goal? Are we measuring our input and output at the end of the day by determining how well we are living congruently with that goal? Setting up our day by having specific targets. We call them our greatest impact actions or activities that designed specifically to accomplish our goal. Number 2, our voids. These are usually our blind spots. And listen, no one is comfortable looking at individual blind spots. But by bringing them into the light, we can alter our perspective and adjust to a more serving action. Number 3, our behaviors. Are we fueling our daily behaviors with the right fuel? Expanding our current circle of influences instead of standing in a circle of comfort. Number 4, root cause analysis. Listen, to truly understand the roadblocks, we need to know what's impeding our path. A thorough root cause analysis will identify even the smallest stop signs. Number 5, best practices. The road is not always the same for your success as it's been for someone else's success. Each person must travel their own course. However, there are some best practices that you can learn from and benefit from others who successfully traversed your current course. We need to find them and develop the process to implement those best practices. Number 6, tactics, tools, and strategies. One of my favorite books is by Brent Gleason. It's called Embrace the Suck. To set clear goals, create an execution plan, practice daily diligence, and exercise daily routines. Great advice. Number 7, implementation of those daily routines and actions by taking massive action. In his book, Brent goes on to say, if it doesn't involve at least a little bit of pain, adversity, or challenge, it's not worth doing. So be very specific about the massive action that you're going to take that leads you towards your goal and objective. It's not necessarily about failing forward, although that is an important aspect of taking action. It's also about leaning into the friction, grinding it out, no matter what the challenge is, because that helps build those adversity muscles. We talked about those on previous episodes. Personal discipline and accountability directly apply to the end result success. The end of our funnel, the output, is a direct result to our personal accountabilities and disciplines. High performers know that they have much more control over the trajectory of their lives than other people realize. High performance minded people move from one destination to another, but it's important that they recognize their success is in direct proportion to their own ability to accept adversity and implementing the lessons we get from failure. Our results funnel is filled with measurable actions that, when worked on with consistency, produces measurable results. Not results that are marginal, but rather results that challenge our current level of achievement and long-held beliefs. They elevate our own perspective because we're able to achieve things we haven't thought previously was possible. So let me bring this funnel to a full circle, if you will. The 3 key elements are to decide on a sub-skill to practice and exercise. You almost can't be too specific with that. Practice it with 100% focus and energy, and then get feedback and reflect on your progress. Accordingly, we need to adjust and adapt to those challenges. I always end my episode with a quote, and I want to end this episode with an appropriate quote by Robert Greene. He said, "Mastery is not a question of genetics or of luck, but of following your natural inclinations and the deeper desire that stirs you from within." And when we think about that stirring from within, that passion, that drive that's necessary to keep us moving forward, it's taking the victories with the defeats and learning and growing. And that passion provides us with the motivation necessary to keep going forward despite our setbacks. There are no shortcuts. It will take your time, it will take a lot of energy, and it will take your commitment to achieve your goal. You're going to have to invest in yourself wisely by engaging in deliberate practice. Practice that focuses on a task beyond your current level of confidence and comfort. Thank you for listening to A Balanced Cube with your host, Coach Joe. We appreciate the time you invested, and we're committed to delivering you content that matters. If you like what you've listened to on this episode, please share it with your friends and family. We know we can grow this community with your help. Remember to embrace the grind, enjoy the journey, and keep on learning. This has been Coach Joe.